We think it's unnecessarily painful, yes, and it's not that we've suddenly adopted this position. This has been a position we've held for some time, and it's been picked up on today in a big way by the press. But John was merely expressing a position that the BVA has adopted a considerable time ago.
Killing animals for human consumption. And we need to keep in mind, firstly, that there are around 850 million animals which are slaughtered every year in the UK, which go into the system. But I don't
Tonight
believe...
we're focusing on this one issue.
Well,
my question was to you, do you think it's cruel? Do you think these animals suffer?
No, not only do I not think it's cruel, I think it's absolutely scandalous and scurrilous that these kind of accusations should be made about faith communities at a time when we have so many problems within the meat industry in this country, where animals are brutalised, and we have all kinds of questions around people who are fit and proper. Not only is it not cruel, halal and kosher butchery is, I would say, at least as humane.
I certainly disagree. I mean, we have evidence that there is a time between cutting of the throat and insensibility, during which time they will be able to sense pain. If we stun them before we do that, they sense nothing. And there are
slitting of the throat. But Robin, you'd agree, slitting the throat, the period of death or to unconsciousness or whatever you want to define it, can be around 5 or 6 seconds. Now we know that, for example, when we had the badger cull, 18% of those tens of thousands of badgers took up to 8 minutes, I think, or more to die. Now, of those, and also what's been sort of conceded by the BVA is that 10% of the animals in this country which are slaughtered outside of the guidelines. And Animal Aid have said 8 out of 9 abattoirs which they inspected were operating outside of proper procedures. I don't believe there's a scientific basis for it. We've had 100 years of research on this, and the last time this came to the fore was when the far right rose and the Third Reich were being asked to prescribe halal and kosher butchery. And I think, these kind of arguments coming out again at a time when we see these views out there is not unsurprising.
But we've had this position for a long time, and we've never ever labelled it as anything to do with religion.
But do you understand how you can be deemed to be throwing away or trying to throw away hundreds of years of traditional?
Absolutely. I mean, most convictions are very firmly held, and I have great respect for them. But we've never couched this as a religious issue.
But we can't allow this to fuel prejudice, and we can't allow this to fuel bigotry, and that's the problem. We need a proper conversation. We need to bring people together and a multi-stakeholder approach and answer these questions.
We've never intended for this to fuel anything of the sort, Mo.